When Ned Buntline introduced himself, I replied, "Sir, my name is Raymond Bobby. The name may be spelled B-A-B-Y, but it is pronounced Bobby, as in hobby. Please just call me Raymond." The Bobby family goes back a long way in Canada, at least as far back as 1665, when an ancestor by the name of Jacques Bobby came from France with an infantry regiment of soldiers. Never returned. About 35 years later, a son, Raymond Bobby, went west to the area of Detroit. When the British gave up Detroit, Francis Bobby took his family and crossed the St. Clair to Sambre about 1815. Settled all the land from the Chenal Écart near Walpole Island down to the port at the south end of Lambton. As the years progressed, our family spread north to Bobby's Point. There, the first church along the Canadian side of the river was built, a good Catholic church, Église du Sacré-Cœur, Church of the Sacred Heart. So now you know a little bit about my family, but I suppose the real reason you want to talk to me is to hear about my run-in with that gang of horse thieves. When Buntline replied yes, I continued. Back in September of '43, a full moon that night. The following morning when I went out to the stables, my darling blacks were gone. By that I mean black horses, of course. They were beauties. Still are. 2 black stallions I'd bought when they were yearlings and raised them like they were my own children. My wife sometimes said I paid them more attention than I did her. But they were beauties, sir. Imagine my surprise and my dismay when I found their stalls empty. There was no doubt in my mind who was responsible. Many a head of livestock had been rustled from other settlers up and down the St. Clair River. All of the others accepted their loss and went on with life. Not me. Those 2 fine animals were very important to me. Didn't think I could let this guy get away with it. I'd heard when they rustled horses, they had a scow that they could load the horses onto and take them down to the Niagara River to be unloaded and sold there. So I quickly decided I would take one of my other horses and ride through the day and night and be there before them. But it wasn't a direct route. There were no roads across the middle of Lambton County then, just swamp and bush. I had to ride nearly 250 miles, first north to Sarnia, and then east along the lake to Errol and the Egremont Road, and then east through London to Niagara. Using relays and several horses, with a couple of short quick naps, I made it to Niagara in 3 days. Through the local sheriff, I was able to arrange for a posse to patrol along the Lake Erie shore. On the 5th day, somebody on watch spotted a strange-looking boat coming into anchor close into shore. It was about 5 or 6 miles. Rode there at top speed with the posse. Unknown to us at the time, Lorne McDougall was supervising as members of his gang led several lots of the horses from the shore out to the scow where they were winching them aboard. They were the last bunch of horses when the posse arrived and rushed at those thieves. The men quickly took to the boats, leaving behind just 6 horses. I was so fortunate, sir. 2 of those horses still along the shore were my matching pair of splendid blacks. I whistled. They whinnied in excited recognition, turned around and came right back to me. The next morning, with my 2 rescued horses, I headed back towards my home in the St. Clair. But, sir, even though I got my horses back, Lorne McDougall and the gang got away and remained at large for a few more years before finally being captured. So that's my story, Ned. Is that what you wanted to hear? He thanked me and promised to deliver some copies of the book when it is published to my home along the St. Clair. After shaking hands, we went our separate ways. Wonder if there ever will be a book.